Thank you, Aaron.
All right, we are now going to go to Colleen Roberts, who is the Public Information Officer for New Bern. And Colleen, thanks for being with us, first of all, and thanks for staying up all night long. The first question I have for you is about these 150 people that you guys tweeted out earlier that need to be rescued. Do you have any update on that whatsoever?
Good morning. We have so far rescued in the last few hours about 200 people. We estimate about 150 are awaiting rescue. Conditions very dangerous here right now. We are having to strategize the areas we can get to rescue these folks, but we want people to understand we are coming. We will come get you. You may need to move to a second story of your home, into the attic. If your attic has another way out, obviously you don't want to get trapped in your attic. Or if you have to and have no other resort, onto the roof. We have two out-of-state FEMA teams who are here assisting our crews with swiftwater rescue. We have additional FEMA teams who are en route to New Bern to continue those efforts with us.
Colleen, are those homes near the Neuse River?
New Bern is situated on the Neuse and Trent rivers, and so these are mostly calls from residences on both rivers. Craven County did issue a mandatory evacuation. These are folks who, for whatever reason, decided to stay and ride out the storm. We started with 4 shelters open at the beginning of the storm. We've had such a response and influx of people now going to shelters that a 5th shelter had to be opened, but we understand that they are all very near capacity.
All right, Colleen, can you tell us about the power outages there? You said you guys the conditions are continuing to deteriorate. What about these power outages?
The sustained winds are at a stage where we're going to have to stand down on restoring utilities right now. We estimate about 20,000 customers. We have about 22,000 total. So most of our customer base is certainly out of power right now. I know the scary part is the darkness. You know, people are calling, I'm in chest deep water, I have no power, I can't see, it's dark, my phone is dying, you know, I'm scared, come get me. We will be able to see better and assess things better, certainly when the sun comes up, but that is making things challenging. It's dark. The storm, as your meteorologist said, is not moving very fast. It's sitting on top of us right now, and we're having to tell people who are calling, you know, they haven't been able to see a forecast. They're trapped. We're having to say, you know, unfortunately, these conditions are here for several more hours.
Colleen, you and I, many years ago, used to work together at WCTI, and I understand, based on social media at least, that our friends have had to evacuate the station. Do you have any update on what that situation is?
I understand that, yes, we did used to work together, so it's nice to connect with you again. We understand that WCTI had to evacuate in a span of less than 15 minutes. The station is situated sort of in a residential community. They're very close to one of our largest parks in New Bern, which also happens to be a riverfront park. So the river on that side, the Neuse, really started to swell very quickly, and so the folks at the station had a very limited time to get out. We understand all of them were able to get out safely, so that is certainly good news, but we're looking forward to them getting back on the air and you know, getting back to letting people know what conditions are like, and certainly recovery as the storm passes.
And you've been down there certainly long enough to understand how when these major storms come ashore, it pushes the Pamlico Sound basically up the Neuse River. So could you talk a little bit about that and what the expectation is there with what those flood levels may be, or flood stages may be, in the next few hours or days even?
Certainly. We are, that generally does happen with tropical events. Water is pushed up through the sound and into the Neuse River, and we're used to that. You know, with the way we are situated with this storm, we're in the worst quadrant of the storm, you know, that northeast quadrant of the storm, and so those winds are doing like they do during tropical events and really just inundating New Bern with that water, pushing it up into the Neuse. The Neuse is a very, very wide river and can usually hold a lot of floodwaters before it swells its banks. And we were seeing pictures very early on of our downtown beginning to flood. Certainly your viewers have probably been to New Bern. We have a quaint, historic, about 10 square block downtown, antiques, mom and pop shops. It hasn't looked like this ever since I've been here. Businesses boarded up that are now flooded. We're getting reports that a Piggly Wiggly just outside downtown has been essentially blown away for the most part by the winds. So this is a challenging storm. These are dangerous conditions, and we're really having to be careful and strategize how we go out and make those rescues. But we want our citizens to understand that, you know, at all costs, we will come out to rescue them. We measured at about 2 a.m. 10 feet of storm surge, and we know that will continue climbing. And just for reference, during Irene, we got to 8 feet of storm surge. So this is certainly worse. It has come on more quickly than during Irene, and unfortunately, it is only going to continue to climb.
All right, Colleen Roberts, thank you so much for that. We do want to check back in with you later. Please stay safe out there. We're certainly thinking of all our friends.